so the stakes have never been higher. As we'll see the number 16 team in the land, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. The big guys up front line up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Makes a quick catch. He stopped out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
It's a first down here by this UCLA offense. Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver to be able to get those yards and keep the sticks moving. Good job also just feeling the defense's coverage and making a quick decision to get that ball out.
He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, just really good vision and patience by this back. He kind of felt his way through and then accelerated through the hole for the first down. One of the things that you see over the years by UCLA is the ability to control the line of scrimmage and have good backs that can pick up big yards.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. The junior tried to take a shot, but overthrows his man.
Well, that was a bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. The mechanics were a bit shaky.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
The Bruins will line up to punt it away. He's on to boot it away now. Ball lands right at the 1-yard line and bounces into the end zone for a touchback. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he's brought down after a short gain, does not make the first down yardage.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Looks like he's going to run it. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Boy, this defense, everything you want from them they do here except contain the quarterback. Nobody's open downfield. They pressure the quarterback. The only problem is they can't keep him short of the first down marker.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Brought down, it crosses midfield to the 46.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
The junior able to bring him down quickly. Here's the second down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. And it's intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. At the 30 now. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. And the Bruins come up to the line in the hurry-up. First down, looking to throw the football. He's got it near the end zone. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The Bruins will line up now. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Bruins. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. It's a quick grab. Breaking free at the 35. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, great job here by the quarterback to find the running back out of the backfield. That'll earn his team a new set of downs.
He's going to hand this off. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The Cowboys keep the football on the move.
Hey, it's not a lot, but you know what? It's enough for the first down. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Here comes a handoff. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Third down upcoming after that completion. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. They need a yard here on fourth down to keep this drive alive. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there, wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. They need a yard here on fourth down to keep this drive alive. And the quarterback dropping back. But it's incomplete. A fourth down stop. Turnover on downs.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this fourth down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down.
The ball is loose. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the side.
Cowboys offense is back out on the field. Defense got a big fourth down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. There's the handoff. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Sticking with the running game. And the Cowboys pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The defense with more pre-snap movement. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking right, this one caught.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. We've seen you able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Quick throw to his receiver. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Well, the offense failed earlier in a 4th and attempt. They'll try it again here. Quarterback drops back, and he'll loft it to the end zone. Can't connect downfield, incomplete, and a turnover on downs.
Chris, they had exactly what they wanted. I can't believe this would have been a touchdown, but he drops the ball on 4th down.
Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9. Offense showing a bunch formation now. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And they wrap him up after the completion, just short of the 1st down marker.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed, but what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
He's found some room at the 45. Big play in enemy territory, all the way to the 41-yard line. Well, they trust the running game on 3rd down there and come up with a huge chunk play.
Chris, to me it looked like the defense was just selling out to try to come up with a stop on 3rd down, and once the back got the yards he needed, he looked a little bit surprised. He was still on his feet and looked around and saw that he had room to run and picked up some big yards. The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football in this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a 3rd down.
Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
2nd down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Looks right for a quick completion. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Bruins will line up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. He's moving out of the pocket. Oh, and he can't hold on. 1st down screen is incomplete.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. He's got it right near the end zone. Tackle made at the 1-yard line, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, Chris, everything seems to be clicking for this offense. And if they can keep this up through all 4 quarters, it could get really ugly by the 4th.
Nowhere to run up the middle. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA. Methodical but effective, Kirk. Probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in a conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting. Slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion. Just masterful execution on that drive.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Using his legs on the scramble. Breaks loose at the 45. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Cowboys will crank up the tempo. Looking to throw now on first down. The pocket breaking down. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Pass falls incomplete on the deep shot, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's check it out. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. This will likely be the last play of the half. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
After that incompletion, it's 3rd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And the pass falls incomplete. No time left on the first half clock. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Bruins will kick it off to begin the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Oklahoma State offense takes the field. And they get the second half started with a running play.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the handoff. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch hauled in here over the middle. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42. And the Cowboys come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Keeping it on the ground here. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground. No huddle now for the offense. Out the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line with 3rd and 1. Can he get there on the ground? They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the first, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
Still down by double digits in the 3rd quarter. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Press coverage now from the secondary. The Cowboys pick up enough to get a first down there. An inside give now from the shotgun. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Trying the old counter play here. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Well, throughout this game, they've shown a number of their base run plays in the first half, so it's good to mix in the counter here in the second half, just in case the defense is starting to over-pursue. Keep an eye on if they pull that play again maybe later in this game.
It's 3rd down for the offense. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. They'll try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. In that game, we pick up a first down and move the football to 36.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a 3rd down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for you.
Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
2nd and long for this offense after the sack. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Running back grabs it on a screen. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
Makes a quick grab. Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, Cowboys. This quarterback on fire today. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution in that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than a conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the UCLA offense takes the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They bring him down, but he makes the 3-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Chris, how about the accuracy here by this quarterback to pick up the first down? And, man, UCLA has had some great play at quarterback. DTR, who just left recently, going back to Cade McNown, and, of course, Troy Aikman.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. The Bruins hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
And he shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
The Bruins are in the red zone. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Important third down play coming up. And here's the handoff. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on third down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. No problem. Knocks it right through. And that will extend their lead even further. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will put it away.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Second down, we're going to throw it. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And it's caught way downfield inside the 35. A new set of downs after that completion.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Pressure is coming. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big pull on the ball and bat it away.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Wheeler. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. It's a fumble. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Linebackers moving around trying to confuse the offense. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he'll get there. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Here we go. It's what you hope for. Fourth quarter, one-possession game, conference championship on the line.
You know, these conference championship games sometimes can be so unpredictable. 1 minute you're up by a couple of scores, and all of a sudden you have a stalled possession or a turnover, and the pendulum shifts in favor of the opposing team. It's feeling like that might be happening late in this game.
And the extra point was up and good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Bruins offense back out on the field. Settled for 3 last time. No doubt they're looking for the end zone in this possession. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Now, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
He'll hand it off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Crucial 3rd down play right here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. And the Bruins come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. First down, looking to throw the ball. Running back has it on a screen now. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
A gain sets up a 3rd down play. Try and muscle for the first down. Finds room at the 30. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Oh, just a backbreaker for this defense. That's 2 separate times. On this drive alone, they've had a chance to maybe get off the field. They'd had these 3rd downs, only to give up first downs. Now, as a defensive coordinator, man, you got to dial up any kind of pressure at all to shoot a gap and try to bust that ball away from these backs.
There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Caught near the goal line. Can't get to the end zone. They'll spot the ball at the 2.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. Urgency here in the 4th quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
See if they can convert the point after. Extra point up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cowboys offense is back out on the field. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I like the idea of mixing it up from time to time because he can't be too predictable. But the execution was a little bit off on this one. Going to have to go back to the drawing board.
He went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Dump off caught by the running back. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. And that catch is hauled in. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45, a solid gain. And the Cowboys will come to the line to run the hurry-up.
I love to see this team fighting the way they are. Picking up a first down on that third down shows you.
And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game. And another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He's escaping the pocket now. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. A huge gain moves the ball to the +22. Great scoring position now. The Cowboys moving quickly down the field here. First down here for this offense. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. He pulls it in for a big gain. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he can't quite get in. They get him down at the 1-yard line. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. From the shotgun, drops back. He's running out of time here. And he scores! Touchdown, Cowboys. So a huge score, but now with the conference championship on the line, Kirk, they got to get the ball back and score again.
This may decide the result of the conference championship right here. All of the focus are going to be on the special teams units. Who's going to get this onside kick?
PAT is good. They draw within 3, 24-21. Lined up in regular kickoff formation here. 2 timeouts, final minute. I'm not sure they've done the math here. Surprised they're not going for the onside kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Bruins offense is back out on the field. Suddenly, this is a 3-point game in the fourth quarter. Interesting to see how aggressive they get with play. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. second down after that run on the previous play. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll tackle him for a small gain. Needed a lot more on 3rd and long. The Bruins will have to kick this away. Only comes for his 2nd punt of the game. What an amazing run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the Big 12 to become a piece of the history of that great conference. And now with the playoff spot locked up, we get to see what they can do against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.